It is mailbag time here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I am Harrison Graham. Hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat to get your questions on the show, and we will answer as many as we possibly can here on today's show. Jose Barriga, which free agent would you like to see signed during the offseason? I'm looking at pass rushers like, I don't know, could you get a guy like Jadeveon Clowney? Could you get drawing a blank on some, could you get a Chandler Jones? I would really like that. I want pass rushers, so that is an area I would look at. Von Miller, he's probably going to be too expensive, but someone like that would be really, really nice. Billy B., Andrew Booth Jr. or Daxton Hill, if they're both available. I know more about Daxton Hill, so I'll trust with what I have there. I haven't watched Booth as much. Probably Daxton Hill. Rosfa Kaufman, how you feel about Sneed moving to safety? He played some of that in college. I don't want to mess with the good thing. 2 years under his belt as corner, and he's played pretty well for the most part. I would not go that route, personally. Him and Rashad Fenton are finally in there, and they're finally comfortable together. I think you have two starting corners. Why mess with it? But, you could go that route. I would prefer not to. The reason you could, he's also a great tackler. But, again, I would keep him at corner. St. Even. Oh, just Steven. I'm an idiot. What would a restructured Mahomes contract even look like? So I mentioned earlier on the live show that the Chiefs going to restructure his contract. Doesn't mean he's going to be making less. It's a common thing that happens with big contracts where you just convert a lot of his salary this year into a signing bonus. So say, I think his cap hits like 36, 37 million this year, which actually isn't that bad. But I think they can convert like 20 million of it into a signing bonus, which clears like 20 million in cap space for this year. Now, it adds onto future years, but if the cap keeps going up, that's not really a big deal. So that's really it, Steven. It would just clear cap space for this year, but he's still making the same amount of money personally. Rasta Kaufman, how you feel about we answered this one already. Sneed at safety. Again, I'd keep him at corner. Mihu, what do you think about the Chiefs trading for Josh Allen, the defensive end from the Jags? I like Josh Allen. I like the quarterback too. He's good, but I'm good with Mahomes. As far as the defensive end goes, liked him coming out of Kentucky. He's been good, not great in the NFL. Could you get him for a second-round pick? I'm guessing the Jags would want a first. I don't know if I'd trade. I guess I might trade my first. It's 30th overall, but if you trade for him, you have to commit to signing him. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more, but I do like Josh Allen. He's good. Johnny Screws. Could the Chiefs draft Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson in round one? So both Ohio State wide receivers. Number one, I don't think either of these guys will fall to 30, but if one of them does, then yes, take either. They're both really good. I think if someone's going to drop, it's Olave. Garrett Wilson's pretty high on most people's draft boards, top 15 type of player. Olave, top 20, top 25. Maybe he falls to 30. Maybe he doesn't, have a great pro day or whatever, but I think he's probably gone. But if he's there, if somehow Wilson's there, then yes, draft him. Would I trade up for one of these guys? Probably not. I just think you have bigger needs, and I don't want to, get rid of other draft picks to trade up for a receiver necessarily. Now, name a player you would trade up for in this draft. If there's a pass rusher I really liked, and I need to do more, tape work, study work, which I will over the next couple of months, then I would do it for a pass rusher. Otherwise, probably staying put at 30. But if you have a player in mind, let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Chiefs Report. We'll get to more questions in just a moment, but we are the fastest growing Chiefs channel here on YouTube, trying to get to 28,000 subscribers before free agency begins in a couple of weeks. So subscribe, join us. Free videos here on a daily basis here on the Chiefs Report. Don't miss any of it. Arthur Miller with the backup QB option. Cam Newton. I'm out on Cam. He just doesn't throw the ball well anymore. I'd rather go with a less injured guy like a Andy Dalton or a Tyrod Taylor. Or I know Jacoby Brissett's had some injuries, but I'd rather go that route. I think Cam's done, man. I really do. Rasta Kaufman, bring back Jerick McKinnon. I'm down for that. Same. I thought by the end of the year you could argue he was this team's best running back. Now, there were times early in the year after Edwards-Helaire fumbled against the Ravens, which was a down point for him. I thought he had a couple really nice games after that. Darrell Williams had a chunk of the year where he was clearly the best running back, had over 1,000 yards in total offense. But in the playoffs, Jerick McKinnon was this team's best running back. So, yeah, I would like to bring him back. Mahomes 86, John Mechie, or George Pickens in round 2. Pickens. More injuries to be aware with, although Mechie has an injury he's recovering from as well. But Pickens' upside is greater, so I would go George Pickens over John Mechie. HD Chiefs fan, what about signing Melvin Ingram? Definitely open to it. Depends on price, but I thought he gave this team a nice lift in the second half of the year. Didn't always result in sacks, but I thought he got consistent pressure, and he helped against the run pretty well. So, yeah, I'm down to bring him back. I don't think he should be this team's best defensive end, but if he's your second best, then I think that would be a good thing. Paul Lewis, which free agent receiver are we most likely to get, OBJ or Juju? I think Juju's way more likely. Number one, OBJ may not even be ready for week 1 coming off an ACL tear. Number 2, Juju expressed interest in signing last year, and I think he will again this year, and he's going to be cheaper. So I think signing Juju over OBJ is way more likely. Now, if you want a deal and something cheap as well, get this Chiefs long sleeve shirt for 25% off. Limited time only offer, chatsports.com/ChiefsLong. That link will be in the comments, the description of this video, the live chat, all that good stuff. Click and shop today. Pick up a brand new long sleeve shirt. Good looking one as well. Got the logo. You got the yellow KC letters. Good stuff there. chatsports.com/ChiefsLong. All right, Riley Gamer. Should the Chiefs draft a tight end with Travis Kelce getting older? They drafted Noah Gray last year. You've got Jody Fortson. You look at the depth chart here at tight end. Yeah, Kelce's going to be 33 soon, but I still think he's got multiple really good years left. Blake Bell's a free agent. Is Noah Gray the heir apparent to Kelce? I don't know. I thought he flashed at times. Now, let's be clear, too. Whenever Kelce's done, you're not finding Kelce 2.0. Now, you're hoping you're finding a really good player, but Kelce's one of a kind. I mean, you're talking about one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. But I think it's a fair question to wonder if you have the guy currently on the roster to replace Travis Kelce. So I'll ask you, does Kansas City have Kelce's long-term replacement currently on this roster? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I would lean no, but maybe Fortson or Gray in the next couple of years prove to be that. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think Kelce still has multiple good years left. But obviously he's not going to play forever, so that's a position to monitor moving forward. Ross Hauptman, what would a Tyreek Hill extension look like? I mean, shoot. I think he made, about 18 a year on this last deal. I think you're talking at least a $5 million raise, probably 23, 24, 25 million. 3 years, 72 million, 24 a year, something like that. It's going to be a lot. I don't know if he'll be the highest paid, but he'll be in the top 5. J7, have you seen Sam Williams, edge rusher, Ole Miss? He's going to go day 2. Could be special. I've not watched much of him. I've seen that name kind of trend recently. I'll go check him out more. But, yeah, I mean, look, I think a lot of these guys that come out these days, they're just freak athletes, but they need more polishing. Maybe he's one of those guys. Cole Keller, do you expect the Chiefs to re-sign Chad Henne? Do I expect it? No. Could it happen? Yes. I'd say it's 50-50. A, does Chad Henne want to keep playing? B, how do the Chiefs feel about Shane Buechele after a year with the team? If he's ready to go, I would probably just promote him to the backup, let Chad Henne walk. If they don't feel like Buechele's ready, maybe you bring back Henne, or maybe you bring back another backup quarterback. I think all those options are on the table. Appreciate you guys for submitting your questions on today's show. Instagram is a spot you can find me as well, at HGramNFL. If we didn't get to your question, or if you have more questions, follow me there, and then shoot me a DM, ask me a question. Always down to chop it up with you guys on social media. At HGramNFL is the place to follow me on IG.